I asked 200 people a simple question. Are you exactly where you thought you'd be 5 years ago? Only 3 people said yes. 3 out of 200. Then I asked another question. Do you feel behind in your career? Almost everyone raised their hand. Think about that. The same people who said their life didn't go as planned also felt like they were falling behind. But behind what? A plan that never existed? Here's the truth. Everyone feels this way. If you think you're the only one without a clear path, you're wrong. Most people are figuring it out as they go. Today, I want to talk about something important. You don't need to have everything figured out to build a great career. You just need to be willing to try things, learn from them, and keep moving forward. The career staircase trap. We grow up with a simple model. Pick a major, get your first job, work hard, get promoted, keep climbing. On paper, it's comforting. There's direction, there's control. But in real life, that staircase can become a trap. You start tying your worth to your job title. Your confidence depends on your performance review. And even when something feels off, you stay because it's familiar, because it's safe, because it's what you're supposed to do. Here's what I've learned. Life isn't a staircase. It's a series of experiments. Each one teaches you something that prepares you for the next. The fear that keeps us stuck. A friend of mine worked in a job she was good at. Not one she loved, just one she happened to be good at. For years she told herself, one day I'll try something new. But that day never came. Eventually, she realized what was actually holding her back. She wasn't afraid of changing careers. She was afraid of being a beginner again. Afraid of looking clueless. Afraid of the questions she couldn't answer. That's the exact fear that keeps most people stuck. When she finally made the switch, and she did it scared, something unexpected happened. She rediscovered parts of herself she'd forgotten existed. Her curiosity came back. Her energy came back. She went from waking up exhausted to waking up excited. Months later, she said something I'll never forget.
I didn't need a new job. I needed a new version of myself.
That's what happens when you take a real risk. It's not just the career that changes. It's who you become in the process. 2 types of fear. Here's a useful way to think about any career decision. Every fear falls into one of 2 categories. One is fear that protects you, like the fear of running out of money or losing stability you genuinely need. The other is fear that limits you, like the fear of failure, judgment, or looking foolish. Protective fear keeps you safe. Limiting fear keeps you stuck. The moment you learn to tell the difference, everything changes. If something inside you is whispering, there has to be more. Don't ignore it. Don't bury it. Don't convince yourself it's just a phase. Sometimes that whisper is the most honest part of you. Trying something new doesn't feel good in the beginning. You feel slow. You feel inexperienced. You feel like everyone around you knows what they're doing and you're the only one pretending. But feeling like a beginner isn't a sign you made the wrong choice. It's a sign you're learning. And learning is messy. Learning is uncomfortable. Learning, by definition, means you're doing something you haven't mastered yet. If we only stuck to what we were comfortable with, none of us would grow. Here's something that helps. Give yourself 2 weeks before you panic. Not one night, not a weekend, 2 full weeks. The first few days of anything new are chaotic. Your emotions are loud. Your doubts are loud. But after 2 weeks, you start getting data. You start noticing patterns. You start adapting. That's when your real judgment comes back online. And here's another thing. It's okay to ask stupid questions. Most stupid questions aren't stupid at all. They're just the questions everyone else is too scared to ask. When you ask openly and humbly, you're not showing weakness. You're accelerating your growth. Most careers don't take off because someone got lucky. They take off because someone was brave enough to look uninformed long enough to finally become great. Some people feel successful with a big job title. Some feel successful with freedom. Some feel successful when they have time with their family. Some feel successful building something from scratch. And some feel successful doing work that makes them feel alive, even if nobody else understands it. Your version of success doesn't have to look like anyone else's. If you're standing at a crossroads, here's one thing you can do this week. Have one conversation with someone doing work that interests you. Not to ask for a job, not to network, just to understand what their day actually looks like. Or spend 15 minutes researching something you're genuinely curious about. Not what you think you should do, but what you actually want to explore. Small steps compound. Curiosity leads somewhere. The truth about great careers. Your career doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be linear. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you. You don't need all the answers. You just need the courage to try the next thing. If you're listening to this, I want you to know there is more in you. You're not behind. You're not stuck. You're just starting a new chapter. And the next part might be better than anything you planned. See you next week.